As always, we got Gunny Matheson, Joe Schmidt, and our special guest today.
All right. Abominable Snowman.
Okay.
Or if you
That's
want the
hard to
cooling
say,
gel.
actually. Abominable.
Abominable.
You can get warming gel or
Abominable.
cooling gel, whichever
Like
you prefer.
Namibia.
Namibia.
I really have a problem saying Namibia.
Namibia?
You just said it twice
What's
there.
Namibia?
Yeah, but I say
Namibia.
Namibia.
What is that?
What is
It's a
Namibia?
country in Africa, apparently. I say Namibia.
Namibia.
And apparently it's with an M, and I really have a tough
I think it's
time.
Namibia.
Namibia.
I don't think it's Nambia. I think it's Namibia.
Oh,
Niger.
Oh, shit.
See you, Kate.
where are you going?
See, Kate.
Are you taking the ice cream?
Hey,
Okay,
do
good.
another hero shot real quick. That's pretty good. Were you smiling that much?
No, that's serious.
Yeah, gotcha.
Pretty good serious.
Okay, we doing this?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it.
Episode 91, Kole Price.
Wait, can you do like
Oh.
episode 91 of NRBC level 4 of
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Joe.
Okay. Okay.
Like
right.
now, whatever
Okay.
you do,
I guess-
don't say Cole Price again, okay?
I guess
Like,
Charlie got a
like-
tip today, didn't
Yeah,
she?
yeah.
because
Gotcha.
Cole Price has been here a few times. Don't
Should we
say,
do an
"Oh,
intro
Cole
song?"
Price again."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
you have
Should I
to-
walk in?
Huh?
Should I walk in?
Say 2025.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's fine.
Say
Well, we can just use
2025.
it too.
So then,
2025.
so people know it's a new episode.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Are you getting the song? Or
Are you doing the rock?
We doing Queen?
Jesus, is this working?
No, I was.
Don't erase my
Oh,
eyebrow.
can I go? Or are you getting a tune? I thought you were getting a tune.
I don't know if I'm
Is it working?
getting. I don't know if I'm getting his tune, but
Oh yeah.
I don't think this is what I would walk out to.
oh,
Yeah, I don't think that's what I would walk out to.
Sorry. Okay. You ready? We good here?
Yeah, let's try to
Okay. Episode 91, 2025 NRBC Classic Open Champion Kole Price here for the 4th time.
again.
How's that? Again.
That was great.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I think he really loves the salesmanship you put on that.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
If you're selling, I'm
It's
buying.
what I
baby.
do. It's what I do.
It was good. Yeah. Well, as always, we got Gunny Matheson, Joe Schmidt, and as Joe said, 2025 NRBC Open Champion, Kole Price.
We were
Congratulations.
trying to
Thank
drum
you.
roll, but we didn't have drums.
Yeah.
Air
Pretty
drum
awesome.
roll.
Yeah, that was fun, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a long 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But you,
schedule.
you dominated the go-rounds and then kept going for the finals. Pretty impressive.
I remember thinking, like, man, it would really suck to not do good in the finals
Yeah,
after
right.
having that go around. That was kind of my inspiration. It was like, well, you started hot, you better keep it rolling because you don't want to be a letdown.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think in between the go rounds? That couldn't just be it. You gotta stay focused. You gotta keep things the same. You don't change nothing. Or did you turn the dial up?
No,
Did you change everything?
no. Actually, I actually backed off my horses a tick. I just trying to think. Thursday night, I didn't do a whole lot with them. Just softened them up, and that was kind of night. You were in the middle of the night. You're watching people starting to turn the heat up, and it was kind of a nice feeling to know that you could back off them and just work their confidence. Honestly, they felt pretty ready, for about 2-3 weeks going into the show. So I went to Florida and I stayed home from the Tulsa show. Then I didn't have to go to Cactus. So I've been home for a long time schooling and, able to draw that out. And I think that was a lot to do with the success. But, I just kind of backed off them and worked a couple little things. And I mean, they felt pretty ready in the go round. So I didn't feel like I needed to change a lot and just little stuff.
So the finals was on Saturday night. You showed one Monday, one Tuesday, and one Wednesday.
2 Wednesday.
2 Wednesday.
Yeah, I showed.
yeah.
I showed my novice horse
On
Monday
Monday.
morning, and then Tuesday was picture perfect. Golden Coins was first one, the second set on Wednesday, and then Scotty Doesn't Know was like third from the end of Wednesday.
Yeah. When you showed your novice horse on Monday, and I saw he was in the novice horse, and you marked 220 and a half, I think.
Yep.
I was like, man, Cole thinks he's got 3 better. Cole did have 3 better.
Yeah, it just worked out that way. You know, that that horse missed some time as a 2-year-old, and I just feel like he's still not there yet, but he shows really good. You know, I just thought going in there and showing him once was probably better than, you know, having one good run, then it fall apart in the finals, because I do think he's going to be a very, very nice horse. My other ones, you know, I just feel like I have them a little more ready for me, and I've shown them more, so I kind of know where they're going to be at, and it actually worked out really good. That was actually Kelsey's idea, is get him ready for that novice deal and just a one go, and he was really fun to show. He actually took a little tumble the night before I showed him fencing, and we had a little fall, and yeah, he turned around and showed like a machine the next day.
Tell us what happened. I heard a little bit about that.
Well, I got very lucky. I'm really glad I sat in the front row at church when Jason did his church ceremony on Sunday morning. But Sunday night I was fencing it, and of course I was just about done. It was like the last time I wanted to run him down the pen, and I was probably 10 foot from the fence, or maybe 15 foot, running wide open, and he caught a slider and he stumbled. I knew it was coming, so I got my feet backed out. It was, and that happens. It happens fast, but it kind of happens in slow motion, like, oh shit, this is gonna be bad. And he tumbled to the left, and it threw me right over to the right, and I landed like this on my chest. And then I think he flopped over and hip landed right on me. He just rolled right over top of me. And I got up right away, which is what you're taught when you're playing sports. Get up to see if you're fine. But I couldn't get all the way up because, it knocked all the air out of me. So I laid down. I got flat on my stomach, and then somebody flipped me over, but they said I was blue and my lips were white, and I just couldn't catch my air.
I don't think it's very good advice, Dr. Price, to be telling people to get up right away when they've been.
when you're okay.
Because I've actually heard quite the opposite. Like, if you're in a traumatic injury,
but when you
don't
play
move.
sports-
Don't move them.
When you play sports, like Tom and I do,
Your aggressive defense that you
the
got
first
to
thing
roll with.
first thing you want to do is get up to see if something's not working. Because at that point, I really wasn't sure if he flopped. He slam dunked me in the ground. I really wasn't sure if he flopped over me or not. I figured out later. But I got up, stood up. I knew everything was working, but I just could not catch. I couldn't get any air, so I lay down flat, and ambulance had to come and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Really?
who called
Full
the ambulance? I heard that.
There was like 3 or 4 people that called the ambulance.
Yeah. And did you ride another horse after that? And then
Oh, yeah, I rode the rest of mine.
yeah.
But you didn't go to the hospital.
No, I told him
But
I wasn't going. I
you
went to the
rode-
bathroom and lifted up. I figured if I had bruised ribs, they'd be bruising already. But Don Bell, poor Don, jumped out of the judge's chairs, and he tore something in his quad. So he actually
Probably good because he might have been coming to give you mouth to mouth or something like that. You want a guy to tear a quad in that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
You
I
want
was-
him to come up lame.
I was glad.
God saved you twice.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
He,
God for the front row.
It was really weird. I was laying there trying to catch my breath, and not sure who it was, but somebody unbuttoned my belt or unbuckled my belt.
Wow.
More to this story.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go to the tapes.
Yeah. Hey, there's some video cameras all over that place.
Clearly, they think I'm way too fat and had to loosen my belt to get some air. But yeah, I walked out of there, and I didn't know this, but like once the ambulance comes with the stretcher, like they have to put you in the stretcher, which I was kind of pissed about, and because I thought for sure if I walked that far out of the arena, they were gonna have to push me at the stretcher back over all the dirt, and I thought for sure they were gonna tip it over. So I was a little pissed about that, but I didn't go to the hospital. They checked me out in the ambulance, and they said I'm good to go. And
I give you a lot of credit because most guys would have been more manly than that and said, "I don't need an ambulance." But you were being safe. You were being smart.
I didn't call the ambulance. I said, get me out of the arena. First of all, I told everybody, I'm not buying donuts. Like I fell off hardcore. I didn't get bucked off. So I'm not buying donuts for everybody in the morning.
Yeah, but you hit the ground before the ride was over,
and I'm
so
gonna
that
Yeah, but
constitutes
the
donuts.
horse flipped, like flopped down. Not a
Tumbled.
I think it still
And I,
constitutes donuts. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm not
We got to
buying-
ask Brian.
I'm not buying donuts, but
Brian
I'm
Bell's
telling
crew
you
would know
that
about
was
that.
that was the hardest I hit the ground. I was very lucky, and the next 2 days I was sore, but not nearly as sore as what you would think. And
I told you I had legal drugs. I had all the
I
legal
know you
drugs.
did tell me you had whatever I needed. And
They're legal.
oddly, Wednesday morning when I showed golden coins, I didn't have an ounce of pain in me. Not from pain.
You're welcome.
No. But
Oh, you didn't take 'em.
Honestly, I got very lucky. It could have been, as you know, those things
That's
happen wide open
so
like
fast.
that,
Yeah.
and you know,
Yeah,
makes
no.
for a good story now. But if it would have been 2 strides and gotten pinned up against the fence, or just landed just a little,
Or it could have been something minor, as much as a leg or an ankle
for sure,
that
it could have been
takes
anything.
you out of the game.
It could have been anything. And I remember thinking, man, here I am. I got the best group of horses.
You had
This
you had the
happens.
best group of friends asking you to catch ride them all that night too.
Yeah, I got lucky, but then turn around and show that horse, and he showed phenomenal, especially for, there's still things I need to work on, but whatever the stuff I need to work on, he was better in the pen, which is kind of why I'm saving him to get him super solid, and hopefully go get.
And
all
he's a Spooks Gotta Whiz, and he was Jesse's non-pro horse.
Yeah, so, out of Jesse's mare. The mare he won the non-pro fraternity on, and Jesse, being the clever salesman that he is, named him The Price is Right, and then named his barn name after my grandpa, Melvin. So I'm like, if somebody's going to some bitch Melvin, it's going to be me. So I had to buy him. But he's a super nice. He's going to be, I will probably just, I'm going to show him the novice at the Derby again and then 100X. But he's a very nice horse. Can really stop. But yeah, I got lucky.
Now, who pays for the ambulance in that? Do you have to pay anything?
I haven't brought it up. Haven't got an invoice. Haven't brought it up. I don't know. And I'm
Did
glad
they-
I got
His
checked
insurance
out.
will be paying for that.
Did they ask you for
thanks,
your
Joe.
Did they ask
Yeah.
you for your ID?
I don't know. They didn't ask me.
No
I thought
speak
they asked
inglés.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Here's
No
where you go
habla
with that.
inglés.
No habla.
And I remember then the firefighters got to come too. The fire truck was there, and these.
Oh yeah, I got
these-
to hear about it from my wife.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wanted somebody else to get hurt. The women wanted somebody else
Yeah,
to get hurt
so
the rest of the
these
week,
guys-
so they
So
could
the
keep
fire
calling
guys-
the
These guys,
firefighters
these
out
buff
there.
firemen show up with their suspenders, and I looked at them and said, "You guys aren't real firefighters."
That's who unbuckled your pants.
The first thing I said is, "You guys aren't real firefighters. You're Thunder Down Under or something." So here I am, the whole horse show. I get people saying, "Next time you get hurt, please let me know. Next time you're gonna get hurt, let me know because I want to be here for it."
Send out a group text.
Here I am.
Yeah, somebody else got kicked over there earlier in the show, and those guys had to come out. And oh man, there was
Slow motion.
everybody was loving it. Oh yeah,
With
they
fire
say
behind
that
it.
they say that Tulsa right there, that little area of the fire department has the best looking firefighters. I don't know. I heard that 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They weren't attractive to me. Let's be clear. I mean, I did.
Someone told you.
They just look like guys in fire suits. Cole apparently thought they were handsome. I don't know.
I heard
they're all
about
both
it.
like this, and I just went, "You guys aren't real firefighters."
I heard about it from my wife and every female employee that I have. Yeah. Oh, here. No, stand here. Get kicked.
Yeah, even my wife was like, "No, I think I'm hurt."
I feel lightheaded.
Yeah,
I need mouth to mouth.
yeah.
So how old is Golden Coins?
5.
5-year-old. So you won the qualifier as a 4-year-old, right?
Yep.
That's a big deal. To go out there and win the qualifier as a 4-year-old and then come back. Now, he took a minute, though, right? How did you do on him on the fraternity?
Thanks for bringing it up again.
Well, you know me well enough to
I
know
know.
that I don't know.
Well, he ran in, stopped, and
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
rolled
that
back.
was the deal.
Right.
Rolled back. I mean, backed up.
Plus
And that
1.5.
Stopped huge.
Yeah.
Plus 1.5 until he rolled back.
He rolled
That's
back,
right.
and it was I knew it was over a quarter, but in that situation, you kind of want to make the judges have to make that decision because I know they don't really want to. So I kind of knew that I had zeroed, but I'm like, you know what?
Keep showing.
Screw it. I'm going to keep showing. And I mean, he laid it out there. It was huge.
He was good.
Yeah.
Right.
He was one of the better horses at that fraternity. I mean, I think he stood out like a sore thumb. And
He did.
And that was the first go.
that was first go.
Yeah, first go was a run in.
Yeah,
And
pattern 12, right?
I think
Took
from,
himself right out of the game.
Yep.
I think from that run, I think everybody kind of knew that horse was special, maybe, you know. And as a 4-year-old, just had little stupid little bobbles. Like you'd shut him off and he'd jump back the other way. Like he's very intense and timid. So like he'll kind of overdo himself a little bit. But I kind of felt like a little bit of that was immaturity. And I kind of just had to, you know, just keep chipping away and getting it all out. And, you know, after the Derby, I marked a 20 and a half or 21 in the first go at the Derby. And I was like, draw 10. And, you know, kind of thought I should have made the finals, but didn't. And, you know, when you have a horse that you know is really, really special and it's not working, you kind of start second guessing yourself. And Gunny actually was always one would come up to me and say, man, it's going to happen. Just keep at it. And I mean, I really thank him for that because,
Such
you
a
know,
nice
you
horse.
try not to get down, but eventually you're like, man, am I the one? Am I the reason this ain't working? And I started, he was actually one of the ones, like we talked the last time we were here about Picture Perfect, trying to get it where I could ride him in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He was the one I started really doing that to because at the Derby, I was like, man, I know this horse is probably one of the more broke horses here. It's just not happening. But I keep trying to fine tune, and I almost think in his brain, it's like, man, you're not good enough, you know, and telling him that just because you're trying to fine tune, trying to get more. And I felt like I needed to go home and just tell him he's good. So I started getting on him in the morning, and I would set my timer on my watch for 20 minutes. I'd do 1 to 2 maneuvers a day. And if he was good the first time, the next maneuver, put him away. And it got to where, like, I would have to turn him out in the round pen later on because he was still fresh, but he was starting to hit it pretty hard. And, you know, I think that mentality, when I went to Vegas, like, I mean, wasn't necessarily expecting to win that shootout, but, like, I knew he was going to be good. Like, you could tell a lot of that stuff was going away, and he showed awesome. And one thing that helped me a little bit, Jesse Osmond told me, he said, you know, you're showing that horse a little bit like you know he's good, but you're trying to protect him and trying to make him last forever, you know, whatever. He said, I think you need to go out and challenge his brain. Like when you show, like, go ahead and hang him out there because I think that horse will like that better. And that's what I did at Vegas, and, man, he was so hooked up, and it was loud, and, I mean,
Yeah, he was stellar at Vegas.
and I challenged him pretty hard. So that was kind of, you know, I had a little bad luck in the 100X, which he still showed good. But I think coming, you know, there was a lot of time between 100X and this horse show, really, but I think he grew up a lot and, you know, was able to just have him prepared and not have to go, oh, I keep working on this. Like, this was the first time I actually felt like everything was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you own part of that horse now? What's the ownership history on that horse?
So when I got him sent to me, Tina Bellini owned him.
Where'd she buy him?
She bought him from Cooper. So
Was it through the sale, or did she
No.
just buy? Oh,
So cool story behind this horse, and it's interesting because I'm hearing more and more bits and pieces about it. So that was like one of the last horses that Doug Carpenter got to pick out, and I don't think Doug was the one who got him bought. I think like when he was trying to buy him is when he passed away, and I think Cooper ended up getting the deal finalized, and so when I got him, Cooper said you cannot change his name. So I guess Doug was was big into collecting gold coins, which is they named him after Doug collecting golden coins. And so I got him sent. Actually, I got him sent right now of his 3-year-old year. So after the NRBC, Tina Dakin Allred started him. Tina Bellini owned him, and she moved her horses with me. And I remember I got him on a Sunday, and there was like 10 horses that I got that day, and I didn't know what was what. But I remember Sunday afternoon I was walking through the barn looking at all these new things, and I walked by his stall, and he was looking out the window, and I sat there and looked at him for probably 20 minutes. He's probably one of the prettiest horses I think I'd seen. And I bet I walked up and down the aisle. I'd come back and look at him, and it was like he was posing. And there was, I forget which horse I rode first the next day. That was the last time or since that day, the next day, that was the last time that horse ever got ridden, other than first. I ride him first every morning.
He is a beautiful animal. I would love to see somebody pick a flaw in how that thing looks. Find a flaw.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a swirl that ain't right.
And I tell you, the cool thing about that horse, as pretty as he is, I think his brain is even better. It was really, he was super fun to train, he's still fun to ride every day. But like when I got him, whatever you would show him that day, like if you got him started, like the idea a little bit, that's the first horse I ever had. I swear he would study at night. Like the next day he'd come out and you go, now how the hell do you know how to do that? It was like bam, bam, bam. And when you have those horses, man, you feel like you got something. You feel like you're a real horse trainer. But that was probably every day it was like, man, if you just show him this, and where he goes, yeah, I think I got it. The next day, I kid you not, man, bam, he can come out and do it. Probably the funnest horse I've ever had to train. It also has been hard for me because I love to train. It's been hard to go, dude, you're broke. You're broke. Like, that was good, man. Put you away. As everybody knows, those fun horses to ride, it's hard to get off.
Yeah.
Because you go, man, I rode you for 10 minutes. Did I do enough? That's really hard. But I think when I went, it's enough, dude. Like, believe in yourself. That was when stuff started happening.
And then at what point did you end up owning him?
So we bought him, trying to think exactly. It was probably about February of his 4-year-old year. So Capital Quarter horses, this would be actually their second reiner they've had. The first one we bought for them was She's Got Attitude, the mare that won the level 3 on. And so they've dominated everything, the pleasure horses, and they got a really good stud. And they're set up to do breeding. So I was thinking, man, this would be a good situation, good horse for these guys because they're going to want to do the breeding. And, I was thinking if I can get this horse bought, I want to be a part of them just because, I really think that horse is special. And also it helps to where, you got a little bit of control of the situation
100%.
too. And that was a lot of it. Like, and also from their standpoint, if I'm going to cough up some money, it shows them I really believe in it. So when that deal went good, and I remember when we were going through, we collected them first, and your fingers crossed the whole time. And I remember the very first time we collected them, it was like, holy cow, this thing's semen is amazing. Vet check, same thing. It was like we x-rayed everything on that horse, and it was good. It almost went too smooth, and I was like, okay, where's the kicker going to be? And that whole process of getting that horse bought went perfect.
I wouldn't have cared. I wouldn't have cared if he x-rayed good, if his semen was that good. I think he's that cool of a horse. I'd have just fired away.
But
The only thing
I know you want it to work great.
Yeah, the only thing you really got to care about these days is the semen because the rest of it, if they got enough heart, they'll try through it. Most of them, and
for sure. But no, he's always been a special horse to me, and I'm glad that I finally had him really ready enough that everybody else can see how special that horse really is. And I honestly don't feel like we've seen everything yet because, I feel like we were talking on the way here.
I told you just like I told Deary with Maverick. I said, if that horse does everything he can in the show pen for you, you're beating everybody by 10 points, not by 1.
Yeah.
That horse has a special way of going around. He has a special look. He has when he don't stop like others can, you still want to mark him because he has that quality of movement. He just has that.
Well, I think you just said it. My favorite thing about him is the way he can lengthen his stride and shorten his stride.
Yeah.
So balanced. I mean, he can lope, he uses his ears. And I think when you watch him, I mean, I was trying to count how many times my finals run. He like come up, roll back, lick his lips, slow down, lick his lips. I mean, from
Kind of like Tom touching his face during the run.
Yes.
Like
I thought the
counted
same thing.
Six times. One time.
Yep.
6 or 7 times Tom does this like in a small
itchy.
cell.
Right when he
if
gets
it's
to the
not
center.
going well, then he's doing this and
for some reason
Don't
at this
give up
horse
my
show,
tails.
for some reason at this horse show, I kept messing with my hat.
With your hat
I'm not
after
even
the
sure.
rollback.
I'm not even sure. Kelsey's like, how come? I was like, man, everything was going so good, and it was like slow motion that I actually had time to think about adjusting my hat. But yeah, one of my favorite things about Golden Coins, I mean, you could go maneuvers, but my favorite thing is he can lope.
Yes.
And I think, man, when they can lope, it makes it so much easier to train them up.
Yep. No, everything's easier. Changing leads, all that
Yeah.
stuff. But he did on your left turn in the finals. Right when you started, he licked his lips and then just fired.
Yeah, he's fun to run. I mean, I don't think that was wide open. It was fast enough, but like he's one of those horses when you're running fast, it doesn't feel fast. Like everything just feels right where it's supposed to.
So you're going to show him at the Derby, or you're going to save him for the
No,
million?
I'm going to show him. Right now, the plan is show him at the Derby. Show him at the Derby, then show him at the Million. You know, even when it wasn't working, when I'd have little bobbles, the one thing I did is I kept showing him because I felt like he would get better and better every time I'd show him, and also what little problems I'd have, I'd go home and fix. But that horse, since I've kept showing him, he feels better and better and better. Like everything's slowing down, kind of like maybe he knows where it's coming. And now I'm going to show him at the Derby. Then in the finals run is the same run we're going to run at the Run for the Million. So
what kind of pressure comes with winning the NRBC, winning the qualifier, then going to the Derby and the Run for the Million? So you can be in the back of your mind more that you've been successful now, or
no, honestly, to be 100% honest, it's a sense of relief to win this.
Yeah.
Just so you know, okay,
It worked.
it's worked.
Now you won't be so uptight.
Well, now
Maybe it'll bust it loose a little better.
now he's done enough that people are going to start breeding. Like now, I feel like okay, we did it. The monkey's off the back, even though I did a good job blocking it out. But like I guess I don't really feel the pressure. I mean,
Cool.
I think we all know when you walk in a show, you got just as much chance of it not working as it does. So I don't really feel like, you know, if it doesn't work, oh well, we're already qualified for Run for the Million. So
Yeah. And winning the NRBC that got you on your way. I mean, if you go there and have a bobble and don't make the finals, and it's tricky. It's tricky as a breeding horse, and he's going to get his eventually. I mean, we all feel that, but to step up and win the go around and then win the finals, I mean, you're well on your way now for a breeding horse. It really doesn't matter at this point how much more he does.
no, that's kind of like I said, a sense of relief. And you know, you always know those, like I always knew that horse I always knew he had the ability. Like I thought at some point he's gonna hit his lick, and it was gonna happen. And that's why, like I said, now I feel relief. Like I probably didn't take the time. One, I was just exhausted from the horse show, but it was more or less like, okay, everything worked out like it was supposed to. Now let's just ride it out and keep going. Because like I said and Gunny said, I don't feel like we've really reached that horse's potential, and I feel like he's the type of horse that people are gonna root for and want to see do good, and the judges are gonna like that horse. So.
And he's 5.
He's 5. I mean,
You got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. And
I always think the 5-year-old year is the best year for him.
yeah. Well, and I mean, Jason's horses are good until
Jason thinks Best Shine is as good as he's ever been, and he won the Open class there.
yeah.
After winning the Run for the Million, you know, and he's 8 now. He says, "Dude, I can't believe it. This thing just gets better."
What about? So, did you guys hear that they opened the 100X Derby to 8-year-olds now?
Yeah,
What do you guys think about that?
I mean,
I'm angry at change all the time. Everything bothers me.
I mean, I think it's good in a way that I think, you know, these horses are gonna still have their ability to run all this money. I think it's gonna be hard for an 8-year-old to beat a 5-year-old personally, but it could happen. I mean,
Yeah, it could happen. I mean,
But they're doing it just to get more entries. That's it.
yeah,
Right.
probably. Probably
I
correct.
think our Derby horses having 3 years of
4 years,
4, 5, 6,
7.
7, 4 years, 4 years of it. That's enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
8 seems like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways to look at
but
it.
that
I mean,
being said, it used to just be 4 and 5 year olds.
yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah, there's two ways to look at it, and I know that a lot of people aren't going to agree with this, but it creates a little bit of a turnover when it only goes to 7, and you know it only goes to 7. Then it creates
Gotta
a
get a new
market
horse.
for people, yeah, to buy new horses, and so I'm a little bit. I mean, I don't really know. Honestly, I don't have any idea if it's a good idea or a bad idea, or I know some people have talked about taking the age off altogether. Then it's just an open rein
Yeah.
Right.
at that point. And, I don't know. I honestly don't know about what if they did. I mean, what if they took the ages off completely so you can show any horse in these big rein-ins?
I personally don't think it would change anything.
I 100% think it's going to change everything. Because I think Jason Van Lanningham is going to show best shine until he's 15.
And win every time.
Because he's just getting better and better. That's what he said.
But in general, most horses,
Don't.
no.
And I do think you have to keep in mind horses have to move in the industry.
Yep.
If horses don't move, then we don't have an industry. So that can be the unpopular opinion for somebody that has an 8-year-old. But in my opinion, I think that's just part of it. I mean, there's got to be that age restriction at some point. And I'm not saying it's not 8. I don't have a problem with the 8-year-olds. I don't have an 8-year-old, but I don't have a problem with the 8-year-old showing there. But I don't.
What about even a problem with going the other way? We created more entries by making it 6-year-olds. We create more by making it 6, 7-year-olds. What about taking it back to 4 and 5-year-olds? I mean, we were just at the NRBC for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What would your thoughts be on that?
I'm not opposed to anything. If somebody wants to put up enough money to have a horse show, I think whatever they want to do is good, because we do have 4-year-olds.
Yeah.
Okay, we have at the Derby we have a 4-year-old class. At the 100X we have a 4-year-old class.
Yeah.
4-year-olds only. Well, not 4-year-olds only. 4-year-olds for that class, but those horses can also cross enter in the whole Derby, so they're running at double money, which is great for the 4-year-olds. What? Oh, not at the 100X? Is that true? Is my wife correct on this?
I'm pretty sure.
I think she is.
I'm going with what Mandy says.
Yeah, but you look scared.
Yeah, exactly. She's not too far away.
Yeah,
And she's holding the phone
That's
in
fair.
a water, so
that's
she
right.
can throw
She'll
that.
throw something
Yeah.
at you. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, that's fair. So at the Derby, is the Derby the only place where the 4-year-olds run with everything else right now? You guys don't know. What am I
no
doing
idea.
here?
High roller.
hang on.
other.
I love when I ask a question and I
wait,
just get a
let-
Just
stupid
blank.
look from Gunny down there.
Yeah. After this case and the other case, Homer, there's only one.
I need-
Let's get some more beer.
I need to call Kelsey on that one.
Yeah, call the ones.
Yeah, I need to call Kelsey. I don't know.
Yeah, runs together at the high roller. Also.
Who cares? Who cares?
But at any rate, it was. I don't care what they do. I mean, I think it doesn't matter. There's how many 8-year-olds is there? There was like 7 4-year-olds, I think, in the finals of the NRBC.
I mean, watch the open class they had at NRBC. I mean, how many of those horses would have still really been competitive?
A few of them.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
but
handful.
how many-
Whimsical,
Whimsical, Best Shine.
Best Shine. All Jason be still showing vintage smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Casper. I mean, I think it would be great to have more money added in some of the 8 and over classes.
I like the eight and older derbies. I think those are.
Yeah, those.
I think those are great.
but have that separate than the derby.
Separate.
Yeah. Still have a spot for them to go.
So wait a
to.
minute. Derby horses now is 4, 5, 6, and 7,
And 8 at the.
and 8 at the 100. Like
It's
at the
been 4,
NRBC,
5, 6, and 7 for
I feel
several
like that's
years.
being
now.
At the NRBC, we
like
could have
being
showed a 7-year-old.
a fifth year senior. That's like being
Fifth-year
a
senior.
super senior is what that's. I feel
Oh
like
my
that's.
gosh.
She's 7. I'll be damned.
No.
Man, when did they
Oh, no,
change
yeah, she
this
did.
rule? Do I
3 or 4
live
years
under
ago.
a rock?
Oh my gosh! Or you're a moron, one or the other.
I thought I had a high
I'd
IQ.
take
I
a fairly
took the-
good sized rock.
I took
so
the
I'm going with
IQ.
moron.
I took the IQ test on Facebook, and it said I was smart. Okay.
Like average or
No, like it had a picture of a penguin with an A+ next to it. I don't know what that means, but
Do you remember what you got on your ACT score in high school?
I do.
What?
I do. I don't want to tell
Come
you.
on.
I'll tell you, but I got a 19 on it only because I took
That's pretty
half.
good.
I took half of it, got tired of taking the
Slept.
test, and walked out.
No, I slept.
Yeah.
I went with C's.
I don't think I
I
don't know
never took
anything
it.
about it. That what test?
ACT.
was that?
You take it in high
ACT.
school.
I don't know anything about that test, but 19 doesn't sound good on any test.
I
Did
think,
you say 19?
I think you
That
get.
sounds like close to.
Carly, what'd you get?
It's average.
You didn't take the
It
ACT?
is?
Like high. Yeah.
It is.
I got a 19.
Oh,
too,
really?
actually.
36.
I got a
Well,
19,
19's
dude.
not
I
bad.
seriously, I
Well,
took
it
half the
still
test,
sucks.
got tired, left.
I think my buddy got an 11, and they said a trained monkey can get a 12. And the bad thing is, I remember going
Well,
to
apparently, because he got a
the
19.
college that we went to, that people were asking him for for help with their homework, and I was like, "Oh man, this is bad."
So you went to college?
Yeah.
How long?
Well, it was
For a minute?
2 years. It was junior school. No, I was in high school when I came here. I got told that I probably needed to go do something else, so
He's good at doing that.
I went back
he's,
to school.
he's good at dream crushing.
Yeah, I went back to school.
Who's good at dream crush?
You are.
I didn't
It
tell him
wasn't
that.
him. It was
I
not
told
him.
him I was
Who was it?
uplifting.
Nah, I don't want to say.
It wasn't me, was it?
No. Got told that I probably needed to do
We had.
something else.
I was very uplifting.
No, for sure. For
no,
sure it was.
No, you didn't have it. Hey, I was very uplifting, and Cole.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I
Tom.
got it.
It wasn't Tom.
Oh, hey, Cole.
Cole and I
Hey,
used
do
to.
something else. Yeah. Hey.
We used to have some basketball games right out there in that yard
Bad ones.
that were kind of resembled prison scene a little bit. Like Cole was pretty hard on me. I'd come in and we'd be. I mean, I'd be wore out and tired, and I usually won. Right? You remember that?
No.
Of course.
He was like that. What's
his
that movie?
memories-
Long Came
now his
Polly.
memory's
Along
gone.
Came Polly. The guy who says the Rainmaker and bounces it off the backboard.
Oh no!
That was him. He's so sweaty and back
No.
it down. He just
No, wasn't that? Was that Jack Black?
no.
Who was that?
I don't remember the guy, but I do remember we had one kid that came and played with us, and he dislocated his knee in within like 3 minutes.
Oh,
It was like no, it was pretty rough.
It was pretty rough. I mean,
you-
I'd come in the house tonight at night and I'd take my t-shirt off, and Mandy's like, "What happened to you?" I was bruised and scratched, and I said, "Cole was all over me."
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'd back you down. I mean, you're actually probably thinner now than what you were then.
Thank
I
you.
doubt it.
Thank you very much.
And I was,
Well.
and I weighed $130, and he'd back me down, throw that big old elbow. So of course, as soon as that elbow came, I'd get him right up in there. I had to.
It's
But he's
all
got
about
razor elbows though.
Oh,
Those are tough.
here's Tom's move: pump left,
Yep.
fade right.
Oh, you
Fade
do that in the pool too.
Still
Pump
still,
left,
pump
yeah.
left,
fade
fade
away.
right.
and then hold
fade
it.
right.
Hold it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yep. Hold it.
See, I still know.
Yeah.
He likes that. He likes the left baseline.
Yep.
Pump left, shoot the corner.
Yep.
Yeah,
Love
nice.
it.
I've seen that.
Those
move.
were fun though.
Yeah. No, those were good
I wish
times.
we could still do that. Me and Cade tried to play a couple years ago, and I told Cade, I said, I'm done. Like, it's not fun for me anymore. I don't want to do anything I suck at anymore. Yeah.
Hey, to be clear, you didn't suck. I was just that much better.
Oh, bullshit.
You were 4'11" then, I bet. $130, huh?
Cade and I actually this winter talked about trying to find a men's league, and Denton, but I think we just decided to go out to eat that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If you join a men's league, don't tell them you had the ambulance come pick you up in Tulsa, because they will.
Well, it wasn't my choice.
They will. They won't
wasn't.
allow you in.
It wasn't my choice.
Different locker room for this young man.
Well, in the non-pro derby or the non-pro at
NRBC.
the NRBC was good. Kim Mulestetter was the winner. Freaking good too.
Tied to
In a
win.
runoff, right?
Yeah, tied to win.
Jessica Keller.
And I got to tell you, when those two tied, I was like, "Don't run off, Jessica. Don't run off," because Kim's horse had a big bobble in the first go around, and then in the runoff, my God, Jessica gave her a run too,
Yeah.
right up until
And her
she
horse-
kind of ran out of horse.
Her
But-
horse was out of air.
Yeah.
Jessica's horse was really good the first time, though. Like,
Yes.
it was very good.
And I had that one as a 3-year-old, and I remember he was the type of horse, like, when he'd run out of horse, like, you weren't getting it back. And she said that. I don't know if you guys remember, like, she really tried to cut her ends off. But I was
Yeah.
thinking, man, if Jessica can get one to run, if there's anybody can get one to run, it's going to be Jess. And it was fun. Kim's horse is such a good horse.
Such a good horse. That horse could easily be in the open class.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so stupid for selling him. I knew he was good, too, and I sold him as a yearling.
Oh yeah.
I'm
You.
so
I remember you.
And I'm
saying
sure you
that.
lost money, huh?
No, he
Yeah,
made
okay.
money. He made money, but
Yeah.
not enough.
No, not enough because he screwed it
Is
away.
that horse 5 or 6? It's 5. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
she was gonna show him at the qualifier, and she felt like he wasn't like he came back. He was coming back off of maybe being a little off, and just didn't feel like he was ready yet.
Yep.
But shit, he looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good horse show. I mean,
How about Courtney Chow winning the level 1?
Yeah, right. And that was her
Yeah.
first NRBC, right?
Yeah. Yep. We showed that horse in Florida, and she did real good on there. And then she was a 215 or 215 and a half in the finals here. And it was pretty cool because I didn't think I'd ever see Courtney go that fast. And yeah, it was pretty exciting. I
And how long has she been showing Rainers? Not very
This
long,
is her
right?
second year.
Second
This
year.
will be her first NRBC. Yeah.
I really like to ask you guys who won the level 2 and 3, but I bet y'all don't know, so I won't ask. No.
no,
In the-
non-pro.
Non-pro.
Oh, well, Jessica won the level 3. Who won the level 2? Jacob. Jacob.
Yeah, that's right.
You morons! I was
Yeah,
just waiting
no,
to
that's
see.
right. And he's out of your barn. You didn't even know that.
No, I knew. What do you mean I don't know? I had
how's
to bring,
the horse-
I had
how's
to
the
bring
horse
on the
bred, Tom?
saddle and all the stuff.
Hey, how's the horse bred, Tom?
Oh, he's a good sort of horse.
Yeah.
Old Sorrow.
Well, he's a red dun, and he's a gunner special knight.
No, he got a good stopping picture. Yeah. Real good stopping photo.
Also came from Gunny Matheson.
Yeah, I'm so stupid.
Huh?
I'm so stupid.
Gunny Matheson's
So
exes
winning.
dominated the non-pro.
Sell all these winning horses for some dumbass reason. Probably lost money on him, too.
I know where I'm going shopping tomorrow.
I don't have it. You don't want it.
Yeah.
No, it was good NRBC. It was fun. I was
It was big, and there's a little bit of like it's okay from the management side.
My girl won the rookie shootout. That was fun. We had to carry a 500-pound bench from the end of the arena to my stalls.
That's a nice bench, though, huh?
Yeah, you carry it and see how much you like it.
I love that bench.
Yeah,
Robert
all right,
Robert
I'm
Webb
gonna
makes
let-
those benches and
Okay.
donates them. Freaking nice
Okay.
benches. We
I'm-
have 2 of them right on our deck right there.
Well, you take one and drag it to the end of your driveway and back, because that's how far my stalls
I
were
bench
away.
press that some bitch just for.
Tom's got a soft
Yeah.
spot for
For a
benches.
bench,
For
yeah.
benches, growing up, spent a lot of time with them.
And
You did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
His first pony was named Pine Pony.
Oh! And still dominated the Preister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 30 year, 20 year. I don't know how much older I am, but a little bit older than him. Still dominated him. He said to me one day, he said, "Holy cow,
You're sweaty.
you're my dad's age. And you're beating me at basketball."
Holy cow, you did not put on deodorant before we started. Yeah, but Tom be the guy, he'd put grease on his arms so you Just
Just roll up on
rub
you.
up on you.
Yeah.
Put Vicks on here.
That wasn't
Oh,
grease,
yeah.
my friend. No,
Vicks
that
on
was
his
just natural
shoulders.
sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Natural sweat.
Tom,
yeah.
he could have been on an Old Spice commercial.
He thought you were too close the first time, so he cheated every other time after that.
For sure.
Oh.
You played with him when you cut his head.
Oh yeah. Well, I only cut his face open because he said it was best of 3 and I won. That's best of 5 and I won. It's best of 7.
Oh, I remember
like you
that.
could never win until you
We're gonna
got
play-
ahead.
gonna play at
and then
11.
whenever he was the best of 11. Oh hey, I
Yeah.
gotta go.
Gonna play to 11.
not
we're-
true. Not
Did
true.
I say
Anyway,
11? Oh,
Not
it's 15. 21.
Hey, a little bit of Paul Harvey here. Here's the rest of the story.
And no one knows who Paul Harvey is. in
No,
this
probably
group.
not. Yeah.
I do.
But so we're playing over there at Green Valley, now Cardinal, now Allison Thorson's bought it. So we're playing basketball over there, and he's a clod. He elbows me right in the ear hole, and I got blood running down my face. It's all over my shirt. I go clean it up a little. We come back. We got to finish the game. I mean, I didn't call the ambulance or anything, but
I didn't either.
we got to finish the game.
Tom says nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
We got to finish the game. And somebody comes over and says, hey, there's some people here that want to talk to you about a horse. All right. I look at Gunny and I said, how's the blood situation? He goes, okay, no blood. You're
He
good.
wasn't bleeding.
And I walked over there, and those people looked at me like I was Frankenstein. The blood was all the way
Lady
down my neck into
passes
my
out.
shirt. Yeah. I was like,
He wasn't bleeding. I wasn't lying to him. He wasn't bleeding.
He just smelled really bad.
He just started bleeding when he left.
yeah. Yeah. No, it was, but I dominated Gunny too. I pretty much dominated. I dominated you guys at basketball. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dominate Joe at roping. We're going to go down to Trevor Brazil's, and we're going to rope. It's going to be domination.
Yeah, he's got this like aggressive, competitive spirit on this team roping. You roped in BFI in college. I've been to 2 jackpots 20 years ago. I haven't been roping off a horse in over 20,
I
30
didn't
years.
rope in BFI.
That's what I thought you said the other day.
I roped in IRA.
Oh, IRA. Okay, whatever that is.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was IRA.
But it was college.
It was something else.
College, high school.
It was roping where you go with your friends and you drink a lot and you sleep in the truck and then you rope the next day at a rodeo.
Yeah, he's all trying to whoop my ass, and I already know he's better than me. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's disputed.
Feels so good.
Well, I feel like if you win the best 2 out of 3, he's going to change the rule to
Yeah,
best 3 out of 5.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
He's playing head games with me.
yeah, that's right.
Now
Well, I know
Joe's playing head
Gunny's
game.
behind me.
Now I'm
He-
gonna be real
he-
nervous.
He'll
He
get you.
started this.
Well, I really know that Joe is closet practicing, though, too.
I am.
Closet
He
practicing.
used to, when they started wakeboarding, he used to jump on his trampoline with his wakeboard on so he could practice at night to wakeboard during the
that
day.
right?
Yes, that's true.
Did anybody video that?
Yeah, I've got
No,
some
I think that was before actually cell phones and
I've
stuff.
got some
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
You have a trampoline.
I used to have a trampoline. Yeah. No, but I have been practicing, and we sent videos to Trevor and Miles, and they said, "What do you say, Mandy? It's surprisingly not bad, or surprisingly, it's yeah, we weren't horrible." But I didn't
not
know how to
horrible.
take that.
I'm not horrible.
No.
No, I'm a very good roper.
I might have to come watch this.
He's a very good roper.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else I did? About a week ago, I ordered 2 new 10-horse trailers from Leonard Truck and Trailer Sales. Ouch! And they were awesome to deal with, and they are going to be a new sponsor of the show.
Oh, nice.
Love them. Love Leonard Truck. Clint was great to work with. Very detailed. Very easy process. And I'm not easy to deal with because
We know.
No,
I'm
we
very
know.
unorganized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty very unorganized. And
2
he-
10-horse trailers. I
So
bet that hurt
you're
the
finally
checkbook.
you're finally gonna
Yeah.
give the old one a rest, or
Well,
she's gonna keep going.
No, I had 2 old ones, and you know, one broke coming home from Florida.
Seriously, broke.
Super lucky. Super lucky. Drove 17 hours home, a mile from my house. The gooseneck broke off.
Oh,
Yeah. Dropped it on smashed the truck, fell
Like-
on the pavement,
Like going 5 miles an hour from
going
a stop
pulling
sign.
away
Who
from
was
a
driving?
stoplight.
When it's-
One of my girls was driving, pulling 5
Man.
miles away.
That'd freak you out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was all calm about it. Yeah, the horse trailer
So
kind of
did she
fell
just
off.
keep going and pull it in?
No,
I
it's-
know.
No, we got chains on. No, I got the
get
chains
her
are
home.
on.
Those chains on a trailer, I can tell you right now,
Don't do much.
they're for somebody that lives in there
In
Neverland.
Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
They're for
political
people
thing.
in a building.
Yeah, they're for people in a building because those some bitches broke off like they weren't even there.
yeah.
Yeah, that thing broke off, and anyway, so I stepped up and ordered two
Leonard
new
Truck and
trailers.
Trailer.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. They were great to deal with, and I mean, it takes a minute to get them, but I should have one for the Derby and one right.
They're
after
building
the Derby.
these trailers.
They're building them.
Yeah. Right on.
I never ordered new trailers ever in my whole life. Never had a new trailer. I've always bought used trailers, but I'm pretty excited about getting those
Did
custom.
you design them exactly how you
yeah,
wanted?
design them how I want.
Guess he's not slowing down anytime
I was
soon.
gonna say.
Holy cow! 22 10-horse trailers. Yeah.
Well, we took
Let's ramp up the business.
45 horses to the NRBC.
Like, how many saddles did you guys? I mean, just guess, Mandy. I'm not asking Tom.
How many saddles? How many tack rooms?
At least
I mean,
25, 30,
25 saddles.
25 or 30, and they're double stacked and some on the ground, right?
Yeah. No, it's a lot.
Takes
It's
takes
like a
big,
small city.
big team.
It's
to
a
have
lot.
everything organized.
But
Why?
that's Cade's fault. It's
Why?
Cade's fault.
it's all.
Oh yeah, because I see him having the. Let's get more problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he does buy a lot of horses. doesn't he?
Yeah. No, he creates the problems and then just says, "Thanks, Dad. Take care of that, will
Handle
you?"
it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Cade is. Cade's very good at getting bigger and giving me the problems. So, but I'm happy to do it.
Have you gotten a quote on the side mirror and the window in your bus?
Oh my Lord, I did not. I did not. Did you hear that call?
Monica told
No,
me.
but I'd love to hear about
You
it.
got to see it. It's the proof is right outside.
I was driving home from the NRBC, and I just got off the phone, just giving my help all the what for. Okay, don't go too fast. Be smart. I don't give a shit about how long it takes you
Yeah.
to get home.
Yeah.
Get home safe. I don't care about anything else. Don't take any chances. 60 miles an hour. And I'm driving down the road.
Wham!
Put my phone down. And you know they got those cement in the construction, the cement things on both sides. You
Yeah.
know, the pillar or
Yeah.
whatever. Not pillars. but
Which are
whatever.
always
Block.
way too close. ain't
Yeah.
they?
Barriers.
God
Cement
forbid they
barriers.
could give you an extra
Barriers.
3
Yeah.
foot.
right.
Yeah. So I'm driving, and there's a semi on my right, and I'm on the left. But they have poles coming out of these cement barriers that they usually don't have. And my mirror, and I didn't even know. I thought somebody shot me. I'm driving on, pow! And I hit one of those poles with my mirror on the bus. And then somebody came in and hit my side window and shattered the shit out of it. I really thought somebody shot me. And then, and apparently it didn't come all the way off. And you can't really see in the mirror because it's not there anymore. You look, but it's not there. So I'm driving, and it didn't come off right away. It was hanging by some wires. But the second pole finished it off. So I don't know for sure.
Good natural reaction and not go, oh, shit, and
Yeah.
then get the other mirror.
Yeah,
Hit
no,
the semi. I got shot. Shit.
yeah, I'm gonna die. I don't know for sure if
See, you are
what
good
happened.
you are good under pressure.
Yeah, I'll hold her steady, but then the rest of the trip home, every time I wanted to go from the slow lane to the fast lane, I'd open my window, take my hat off,
Look.
out there. Yeah, and that's a little uncomfortable because you naturally, when
Drift
you do
that
that,
way.
you pull her left.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody over there, you're going to run them right off the road. It's a little uncomfortable.
I remember, well, when I was still in Illinois, me and Kelsey flew down here for, I forget, it was somebody's wedding, and she's notorious for getting the absolute worst rental car. Like one of those ones you can't even get in, they're so small. So I'm like, I'm going to upgrade to this Jeep. Do you guys do the same thing? Yeah. I do too now. Jeep Cherokee or something that at least he set up. And anyhow, we go to this, it was a wedding. So the next morning we're a little hungover and we're going to get breakfast. And we're turning onto the frontage road and there was a semi to the left and the left right turn lane. So I had to go the right turn lane. He didn't see me. and he turns out, and then he just pushes this little Jeep right into the ditch, rips the driver's side mirror right off. Here I am. So here I am going down I-35 with no mirror, trying to do this, and go to return it, and I go, here's your Jeep, and here's your mirror. Never charged me for it.
Nice.
Yeah. But I know how it feels to drive with no mirror.
Oh, you don't
It's
even
not-
realize how much you need a mirror until you don't have a mirror.
Oh, yeah.
You're driving blind.
Especially in a bus.
Oh, yeah. And every once in a while, I would swerve it left and then swerve it back hard right so I could see in my
the
right
back?
mirror what was back there. I know that's not ideal.
No, they
what I
call
did.
that the crazy Ivan
Yeah, I was
when
gonna
you're
say
doing
that.
the submarine.
What
right?
he's doing is
crazy
he's warning
Ivan?
off other,
crazy
warning off
Ivan
other drivers.
in a submarine to see what's behind them.
The crazy
Kicking out,
Ivan.
Yeah, I think that's called the crazy Ivan.
Ivan?
Yeah,
I, think you said-
Red
I
October.
thought you said the crazy eye.
No, crazy Ivan.
No, he's a wealth of knowledge
Russian.
of things you
Red
absolutely
October.
have no
Red October.
need for.
See if someone's behind you.
Yeah. It's amazing the things that you know that
tell you
nobody
what.
ever needs to know.
Yeah.
He's an expert
World of
on shit
information.
you need to know
You are-
that you don't need to
if
know.
you're driving a submarine, you need to get away from someone. Ask me.
Yeah. How about sonar?
Huh?
How about sonar?
What about it?
Well, it pings and stuff.
Well, I think if you're in the water next to the sonar, then it can like blow your brains out or something. It can kill you.
Yeah, but wouldn't a
Read that the other day.
submarine know what's behind it with the sonar?
Well, I think if they're too close, I think. If
I don't-
remember, if I remember what happened.
I don't
Sean
think so
Connery.
because I saw a movie once where somebody farted in a submarine and they knew right where they were trying to be on the bottom and be real quiet. Shh. So they didn't. So the other submarine went over the top.
What do you call that?
Somebody farted.
What do you call that?
Fart.
I mean,
something.
kind of like a Dutch oven, but it's kind of. What would you call that?
I guess.
I don't think it's a Dutch. Well, yeah, it is. I guess it would be.
kinda
a Dutch
is
oven.
like
Maybe you call
that.
that the crazy eye.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
played
crazy
basketball
eye.
with a guy with a crazy eye. He threw more no-look passes than anybody ever did.
That's got to be in a toilet bathroom joke book.
He could see the whole floor.
That's pretty
He
great
could
right
see
there.
the whole floor.
Yeah, like
Peripheral vision was amazing.
Oh yeah.
yeah, like the horse trader. Yeah, this horse
Yeah.
he don't look too good. He looks just fine. Yeah, well, he's blind.
Yeah.
What's the best horse sales pitch you've ever heard?
I don't really remember one, to be honest with you. I don't know.
I think a good one would be to say I got a half maneuver horse right here. You're assuming plus half. Don't get ahead of yourself. I said he's only a half.
He's only a half everywhere.
Half everywhere.
Half-hearted, half-talented, halfway decent.
You're assuming
looking.
plus half when I say
Half-witted.
that. Not half price.
Yeah. Well, a lot of good horses came from our buddy Cooper Smith here at the last horse show.
He handles a lot of them. He does the deal, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, that's pretty. That's pretty cool. That a couple of those guys, Cooper more than
The
probably
story
anybody
behind that
right
horse
now.
of yours.
Yeah,
is-
it's really cool. Like I said, when I got him, and Cooper's like, no, let me tell you the story. And
Yeah, check out if anybody's check out Steve Ross. He made a little post.
Yes,
on
that's
that.
where I
It's pretty
learned
cool.
about where. So Cooper told me that like when they buy a big
On
group
Facebook.
of horses, that they're trying to package all these deals up to get one horse, and that's where I thought the term golden coin came from, because that was the golden coin of the group, which was that one. But I think it's pretty cool that that's one of the last horses that Doug Carpenter picked out. As many good horses he's picked out, you know.
Yeah, no, Carp was an
That's
icon.
That's pretty special, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Carp was an icon.
Yeah, and I'm just lucky to be able to be a part of that horse's life, because, like I said, I think he's a very special horse.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with that. At this point in time, man, he just looked like all the money. So
The first go, when I showed him the first go, he was so much fun. I mean,
They marked you at 224, but they could have marked you at 234 or
Yeah.
244. He was excellent.
he was. That was probably honestly one of my favorite runs I've ever had. It was just like the when he come out of rollback and lick his lips, and he literally just loped. I mean, that was one thing you don't talk about, but man, when you're showing, when they come out of rollback and they just lope all the way, turn that corner and wait for it, man, there ain't a better feeling in the world.
Yeah.
When
No,
that-
you snap out and then he just stays.
just sit there and take a deep breath and just slope. Man, you feel like, it's like, man, okay, I can set myself up. But like, you know, when you have those runs like that and it feels like you're out there for 15 minutes and, you know, time's not a thing. And it just, you know, actually both of my horses felt that way. The Picture Perfect, he was awesome too in the first go. And the finals, I had a little bobble, but yeah.
The Picture Perfect horse walked out there and went bam, bam, turning. He looked really good. And I would say that's kind of his weaker spot, but he looked really good in the go round.
Super fun to circle. And man, you can't run that horse hard enough.
Did you get any good pictures? Did you get any bad pictures?
Actually, we got a perfect picture.
I would like to know if you got any bad ones because I would like to post those.
No.
Come on.
You won't see him there.
But what a good horse show. You know, I mean, for anybody watching at home, I think, and I don't care one way or another, I think the judges did a good job of getting the right horses in the right places. But if you're just watching at home or just following around and not really watching the runs, the scores were not indicative of the runs. I mean, I think last year it took a 220.
It's usually a 221, 222.
222 and a half maybe last year to make the L4 finals, I think.
224.
The last year I showed finals bound, it was a 24 and a half.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And this definitely was not a weaker class than either one of those. I mean, they were great runs. It's just the judges were on a very conservative scale, which, whatever, as long as they stay consistent through the whole thing.
You know, hats off to them for being able to stay consistent.
Yeah.
All the way through. I mean, they were consistent from the first go with the non-pro all the way to the finals. And
got the order right.
That's tough to do. I think the NRBC finals, to be honest with you, is probably the most fun finals to watch.
Well, that arena is just
awesome.
It was the same in Katy. You got this big arena with good ground, and you're going to have a raining, especially with the quality of livestock that's out there now.
Yeah,
we're going to have
fun
a
to watch, but fun to show in too. That's such a great arena, like Katy.
Yeah.
You know.
So, what do you guys know about the Derby going forward? Anybody looked at that? Everybody get a tour of that arena yet?
No, but there was a guy I was talking to who had been in there. He said it's incredible. It's incredible. And I think we're supposed to be able to school in it during the Redbud, right?
I think
what
so.
I heard.
Jackie said June 1st.
Is the old arena still up?
I kind of would imagine it would still be, but I really don't know, to be honest with you. Actually, I think I'm going up to Oklahoma City this weekend, so I'll check it out. But I'm excited to show them that.
Why are you going to Oklahoma City this weekend?
Shorty's birthday.
Well, I'll be damned. You can give Tom and Mandy and Monica a ride so I can ride my motorcycle.
Gunny got a motorcycle.
He wanted to pick me up. He
Dude,
said,
I
please.
texted him.
He said, please, can I pick you up? I said,
Don't do it.
He sent me memes of the Dumb and Dumber guys riding a motorcycle stuck together.
Yeah.
That could have been us.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can only be so cool with a dude riding on the back of a motorcycle with another dude. I mean, you're just kind of half holding.
Yeah,
but,
and you can't even.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you're
how
not
do
even
you-
going to be able to lock hands. You're just going to be holding on to it.
I mean, do you have like
Shoulders there.
handlebars
Shoulders.
in the back, like hold where you don't have to hold the guy? Because
I just wasn't comfortable because I didn't have a helmet.
I think you got that.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
I could have brought you
hurt
a
his
helmet.
That would have been the least of my concerns.
feelings.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Hurt his
No,
feelings. Yeah.
no. He said, "Do you really want me to sit on that little pad?"
I had a guy once years ago who came over to my place. And he says, "Hey, I live
Good
right
way to
down the
start a
road."
story.
Hey, he was serious.
Yeah.
I was not serious. Okay.
This is a real story. This guy, he comes over to my place. He says, "You should come over and look at my horses." And I said, "Okay, I'll come over and look at you. I'd be happy to look at your horses." He just lived 2 miles down the road. He says, "Jump on." He's on a motorcycle. Nope.
No.
Nope, we're not doing that.
Well, come on. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Nothing. I just am not
I'll follow you
comfortable.
in your
It's
car.
really cold out. It's 90. Yeah, I really do well in the heat.
Yeah. But I actually did. There's a picture somewhere. I actually did ride behind you on a motorcycle once.
Oh yeah, we did. I had a Honda Ruckus, and
Honda Ruckus.
yeah, it's a little,
like we need to find this.
the little mini looking motorcycle with the dirt looking
Don't they
wheels.
call that a moped?
No, it's not
No,
a
no,
moped.
no.
It was called a Honda Ruckus.
Yeah.
Had a little 50cc motor. He just got through marking a 230 on Wistar at the NRBC, and he and I were inebriated enough and having such a good time.
A 230 and a half a bottle of rum. We'll make you not mind.
We'll make you
holding
get
on
on
to another
another
man.
We'll make you get on a moped with Gunny.
Yeah,
That's your price.
yeah,
Was that up and down the aisles at the NRBC?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
I mean, not only did we do that, but we had
I would say I remember that, but I was
12.
I think
No.
that's all. That's all we did.
Yeah.
You sure?
That's all.
Pretty
That's all
sure.
we need to know
That's
about.
all we,
Are you sure?
That's all we did.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't all pile in a Kia Soul like they did in the commercial, and driving in the arena going. "Doonts, doonts, doonts,
Did you do that too?
Yeah, we kind of did.
I don't think I was there for that. Was I in the Kia Soul? I was in the car. I remember signing some boobies that night.
There was a lot of people in the Kia Soul that night. There was
Some
like
boobies?
Some boobies.
Like 2?
No.
Multiple.
Oh, multiple boobies.
Good for you.
That's when we used to go to Moe's afterwards.
Oh yeah.
I remember those.
Multiple boobies. But in fairness, there was rum and a 230 involved.
And boobies.
Yeah. You could have got on the bike with me completely sober to celebrate your victory.
And in fairness, Gunny was a little fitter back then, I mean, it wasn't such a big deal.
Yeah. He did wrap his arms right around me. I felt so loved.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
That's a
I honestly
great place
don't
to
have-
quit. Thanks for
usually-
coming, Cole.
Usually have a good follow up, but
ranch fuel.
Yeah.
Kiwi, strawberry, agave lime.
to keep you going all night.
A real manly drink.
Thanks, Cole.
Well,
Congratulations.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Good job, man.
Grow the
See you
show.
next time, hopefully.
Grow the show.